Gonna do one more box here of Foundations Collectors. I did the one yesterday, and so this will be the second one. It'll be the final one I do here on YouTube. Uh, you guys that do not follow us on Whatnot, there's a link down below for a $15 credit where you can watch this stream live on there. We usually do our breaks there. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background on what our pull rates have been now that we have essentially finished off most of our boxes, which was a total of this will be the 60th box officially. But out of all those boxes so far, we hit a total of 8 anime foil doubling seasons. 3 of them were in the Japanese, while the other 5 were in English. We only hit, I think, like 4 of the Llanowar elves in the anime, and then we got a total of 4 shattered foils out of 60 boxes. So, well, like I said, this will be the 60th box. So that's what our pull rates were. We see a lot of duplication, unfortunately, in this set. So typically, like if you see a card in one of the front 3 slots of the rares, you see another one. Um, so that's kind of like a little bit of what's going on with these boxes so far. This came out of a sub case where we didn't see a fractured foil yet. So possibly we'll get one out of here, but like I said, it seems to be pretty rare. About 1 in 15 boxes is a fractured foil. So we'll see where it goes from here. I personally would like to see a Tiny Bones. That's one card I didn't hit. And people obviously yesterday told me that Johnny's Pride Man has been around for a long time. You see average of one one anime foil and one textured per box, but we have seen quite a few with doubles of those as well. So scrawling crawler there in the borderless foil with a twin flame tyrant in borderless, and we got our Draycatcher, and then a Banner of Kinship, which is also a great hit there. So kind of like the new coat of arms we're seeing. Let's scoot this over a little bit, get this a little bit better, and then we'll start going here. Swiftfoot Boots, would love to see that in the borderless. Gold Vein Pick, Icewind, and Make Your Move. 2 of the borderless cards that I think are really good reprints here are oh my gosh, an Offer You Can't Refuse in the borderless, and the Swiftfoot Boots. Really nice treatments on those. Leyline Axe in the extended art. Banner of Kinship once again, so getting a double there. Zula Sure. I would also love to see a Blasphemous Edict. A Bloodthirsty Conqueror once again. See if I can maybe trade that, and a Time Stop in the regular frame. So if you haven't caught on, Youthful Valkyrie is a great hit. Secluded Courtyard, Evolving Wilds. Would love to see also that new elf. If you haven't caught on, the pack layout is you get either a borderless or extended in the front, and your anime will land in that front slot because these are Japanese printed. And then you go into 2 pack foils in the back. So front slot will always be the like Big Bang, and then after that you'll see. So here we are getting a special guest hit, 1/1, Bloom Tender in the Streets of New Capenna treatment there. So showcase Streets of New Capenna. I was never the biggest fan of this, by the way. And then we're getting another Bloodthirsty Conqueror, this time in the borderless treatment, with a Sky Squire Knight and a Scavenging Ooze to finish it off, and Krenko Mob Boss. Reclamation Sage, Meteor Golem, Dragon Trainer, Ambush Wolf, Infestation, and a Cackling Prowler. Yeah, so really, really hoping for that Tiny Bones and the Blasphemous Edict. Blasphemous Edict, I think, like I said, I think it's just going to be an absolute powerhouse in Commander. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I was actually chasing this as well. I am extremely happy to hit this. This is one of the hardest mythics to hit in the box, just because it can only land in either the borderless slot or the pack foil slot. It does not have an extended variant, and as you can see, Bloodthirsty seems to be pretty common because it has a regular pack foil, an extended, and the borderless treatment, as well as an anime. So you see it quite a bit. This only has a borderless and a standard treatment for it, so standard frame foil. So very, very, very happy with that. I would say this actually just honestly makes the box worth it for me. Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore, so double mythic pack there. And then a 9 lives familiar in borderless. Very nice hit there. So we still have not seen, there's our authority of consoles for the reprint and a Callan. So we still have not seen a snakeskin veil, a textured, nor a anime foil here. So let's see if we can get something juicy out of that. We saw no doubling seasons today in our breaks, actually, so that was a bit unfortunate. Mythic, 3/3, Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore once again. Then we're getting a Quilled Great Worm. Actually didn't see one of these Quilled Great Worms in our last break, so extended art there. Curator of Destinies. and a Day of Judgment. This is one of the ones you can actually hit in the anime. Really love the art on it. I apologize, I'm a little bit under the weather here. Genesis Wave. Then we're getting our Forest and Adventuring Gear, Heartfire Immolator, Battle Song, Jungle Hollow, Apothecary Stomper, Crypt Feaster, and Armasaur Guide. A lot of people are looking for that new elf. It's an uncommon. I actually didn't hit one in my last box. But I believe it's the one that untaps all other elves. Okay, so first here, rare Zulashur. The very, very cool zombie card here. I think zombies are getting a lot of support lately, and I'm curious. I have a Will Help deck. Maybe I'll upgrade it. Then we're getting an Ashru Animist, followed by Celestial Armor. Really love this. I think in white, this is really good in comparison to like Mithril Coat. I know Mithril Coat is a static ability that sticks even till past the end of turn, but this giving your creature flying as well is pretty big. Then we're getting a Valkyrie's Call in the regular frame foil. Very cool to see that. Lunar Insight. And then we're getting our Island, Garuk's Uprising, the reprint there, Vengeful Blood Witch, Infernal, Tranquil Cove, Dwen's Elite, Locking, and an Elementalist Adept. All right, that's the first half. Really good first half box. No texture, no anime though. So like I said, we really want to see something there in one of those slots. So there's our anime. I believe this is, if I can recall, from the bottom, just because I've done so many of these openings now. I believe this is Day of Judgment, and it is Day of Judgment in the anime. Japanese frame. Love the art on this. I know it's a little bit weaker version of Wrath of God since it doesn't prevent the regenerate, but still amazing, amazing art right there. Loot in Borderless, very nice hit, and then an Alesha in Borderless, followed by Painful Quandary in the regular frame. I don't know if this needed a reprint, but here it is. And a Homunculus Horde. I don't know why I'm putting it there. I am all over the place. And then our Forest, followed by a Johnny's Pride Mate. So many people in the video commented on my last video that this has been around for forever. And I just want to say, I actually started replaying Magic back during Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty. So I had played in like the late 90s and then came back to Magic after all that time. So there's quite a few cards, obviously, with the number of cards in Magic that I just don't know even exist. And sometimes I may think in a video that they're a new print while they're not. They've been around for forever. So I apologize for that, as I am not like super versed in some of those cards from the 2000s all the way up to, like I said, Kamigawa. Alenda in the Borderless. Alenda in the Extended. So this is the duplication I'm talking about that can typically happen. Abyssal Harvester in I'm going to just tighten up this stack here. In the Borderless frame. Galta, Primal Hunger. Galta now is freaking crushed into the floor as far as value goes. And a second 9 lives familiar. Very happy to get another 9 lives. There's a couple of decks that I'd like to use 9 lives in a Plains. Offer You Can't Refuse in Borderless. Very nice Borderless hit. Tatiova, Arbiter, Bite Down, Sure Strike, Cathar Commando, Runaway, and a Heir Apparent. So still looking for the textured card out of here. I've not got a Tiny Bones, which is probably one of the last cards I'm really looking for here. Would be very cool to see it before we end this box, but we'll see if we get one. Exemplar of Light, Seer Slicer Goblin in the extended, Raise the Past extended, a Johnny Pride Caller in the regular frame foil, and then a Preposterous Proportions. This card seems to have been released with this new mechanic change, so it's that sorcery speed, and it's like a gigantic growth, but obviously you would have to do it prior to moving on to combat. Then our island. Are we gonna get one of these sought after what's it called? Elves or not? Gutless Plunder. Looks like we're not. We're down to 3 packs. Hopefully we see one here before the end of the box, but very likely that it could not happen. Alright, so no textured as well yet so far. So Dragon, followed by a Kaikar in the Borderless with a Mossborn Hydra. I actually did not hit a Mossborn Hydra in my last box, so very happy to get one of those in Borderless. Then we're getting an Anthem of Champions. Kind of, I don't know how I feel about this card. I know it's a low to the ground drop, but still. Runescar Demon in the regular frame foil, and a second Seer Slicer Goblin there. With an Island, Empyrean Eagle, Twin Blade, Goblin Negotiation, Burst, Squad, Rallier, Sanguine Siphoner, and an Elfsworn Giant. Last 2 packs. Really need to see a textured here. Like I said, it is almost guaranteed 1 textured, 1 anime per box. Sometimes more than that. So We are not getting a texture in this pack. So High Society Hunter. Could this be one of the few boxes I see with no texture? Maybe. Mossborn Hydra. Again, Drake Catcher. Alesha. And a Itali Primal Storm. Really love the Itali borderless art in this set. There goes our Liliana Swamp. Very nice art on that. Exsanguinate. Stroke of Midnight. Wary Thespian, Talarian, Gorehorn Raider, and a Prideful Parent. Still no uncommon elf. All right, final pack here. Okay, if I am correct, this should be a textured. Like I said, we should be seeing at least one. Dude, I apologize. I just realized my mic has been far away this whole video. Jeez. Hopefully that didn't make the sound unbearable. But yep, there it is. Textured. Mythic, actually. Very omniscience in it textured. Wow. What a way to end the box right there. Omniscience textured foil. It is actually very hard to hit the mythics. Even though you're getting textures in every single box, hitting a mythic textured is actually much harder than I thought it would be. So seeing Omniscience and textured foil, very, very nice hit there on the Omniscience textured. Then we're getting a Herald of Eternal Dawn and Borderless. Very good last pack here so far. High Society. All right. If we can get a Tiny Bones, this would be the ultimate box. Loot, Exuberant Explorer, and we're going to finish off with a Slag Storm. Still not bad. Very, very nice box to finish it off. Reclamation Sage, Frenzied Goblin, Fanatical, Think Twice, and a Helpful Hunter. Nice ending to that box right there. Thank you so much all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that break. Hope it gave you some insight onto whether you will or won't be buying these collector boxes. I think they're great boxes for the current value. I don't know if they're going to really shoot up or what the actual supply is compared to the demand, but if you can get them in that like 220, 240 range, they're fun to open, and I think they have a lot of cool variants that if you're into like making your deck look nice, definitely worth grabbing. Other than that though, hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the link down below for a free $15 credit, and I'll catch you all in the next one.